Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. We got to talk about this because people have been bringing up to me that Coinbase is not solvent. Now, I don't actually believe this, but it's not bad to ask, considering what has actually been transpiring in the crypto industry. Now, Coinbase not being solvent would make big problems. It would actually have bigger knock-on effects than FTX. Although I do think FTX internationally is a bigger exchange, Coinbase does hold Grayscale's funds. And that could open up gigantic problems, obviously. I think if Coinbase fell, we could easily go under 10,000, maybe even to 5,000. Now, this all started because CZ actually did tweet questioning Coinbase's reserves, because Coinbase said they were the primary or only custodian for Grayscale funds. I think it holds like 637,000 Bitcoin or something. And then CZ said like, well, Coinbase only said they had 600,000 a few months ago, so what actually happened? Brian Armstrong has said that article that was reporting those numbers was wrong. And of course, exchange funds and custody funds are separate, which is something that CZ made a mistake on. So CZ probably did make a mistake on that. And also there's probably some hand wrangling and stuff because they are competing exchanges. Binance US competes directly with CB or Coinbase. And Coinbase and Grayscale, they've actually signed a custody promise. Coinbase custody, they're not actually allowed to use those custody funds, trading or otherwise. They have to keep the custody funds in custody, and they get a fee for keeping it in custody. Just like, if you have like billions and billions of dollars worth of gold or something, which I don't think any of us really have, if you want a bank or custodian to keep it in custody, you have to pay them a fee, maybe like a bar of gold a year or something like that. I don't really know. I don't have billions and billions of dollars worth of gold. But generally, if you want to keep a huge amount of funds under custody, you do have to pay like a custodian fee, which is probably what Grayscale pays Coinbase. Now, the reason why I don't think Coinbase is like FTX is because, yes, while they were both regulated, FTX was actually not stationed in the U.S. and Coinbase is. And besides that, Coinbase does report to investors every single quarter. And they are a publicly traded company, so it's much, much harder for them to get away with stuff. If they violate the agreement, that would be a criminal offense, and Brian Armstrong and all those guys would go to jail. So the thing is, it's much easier to nab Coinbase in criminal conduct and activity if they do something like what FTX did. And plus, Coinbase is a lot more open and transparent about their funds because they have to post the filing every single quarter, and it is a criminal activity to actually falsify those dealings. So it'd be much, much easier to throw Brian Armstrong in jail than Sam Bankman-Fried in jail if he actually made fake statements and did what Sam Bankman-Fried did. So the penalty is very, very high for Coinbase and may not be that high for FTX. And as you can see, Grayscale right here, they do have filings because Grayscale itself is also an SEC reporting company. Even though Grayscale and Genesis are both under the DCG umbrella, GBTC is a separate investment product and they are an SEC reporting company. So you can see their SEC filing documents for a long time forward right here at grayscale.com/SEC. Similarly, you can actually see Coinbase financials, 2022 quarterly earnings. There's a shareholder letter, earnings webcast, earnings call transcript, analyst call transcript, and 10Q. This is all very, very official. And the thing is, they have all these statements available to all investors. You can see current assets, cash and cash equivalents. I'm guessing these are probably in millions because it would be really bad if at least these are in thousands probably. And it would be really bad if they weren't actually in thousands. It says actually in thousands except for value data. So you can see December 2021, they had about $7 billion in assets. In cash and cash equivalents. September 30th, 2022, they only have about $5 billion. So that's to be expected because crypto has actually gone down a lot. They also tell you what liabilities they have, custodial cash liabilities. maybe a little bit worrying right now because they have more customer cash liabilities than cash and cash equivalent assets, but they also have a lot of other assets as well. And the other assets highly outpace the other liabilities. So realistically, like if you look at assets minus liabilities, they have about like 100. They actually have about $101 million. This is actually not in thousands, but realistically, like their assets did go down between last year and this year, but that's to be expected. But yeah, they still have a lot of money. They actually still have a lot of money, and in terms of customer equities and stuff. So realistically, Coinbase is still A-okay for the time being. You can actually find all their financial information ever since they became public, going back basically to first quarter 2022. So they're very legit. They have quarterly filings and they have SEC filings. It is criminal offense to actually falsify any of these filings, and I don't think they would actually do that because the risk of jail time and getting caught is just too high. So that's why I think Coinbase is solvent. That's why I'm not really that worried about Coinbase. I think they are one of the safest of exchanges, being a public traded company and fully regulated. I don't think you will actually find these quarterly earnings reports for FTX. So let me know what you think, like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.